Hola, buenos días. En este video les voy a hablar un poco del Día de los Muertos, Mexico. So we're just going to talk a little bit about the Day of the Dead. And it's a celebration that takes place primarily in Mexico, but as the Mexican culture spreads throughout the world, the day follows those people somewhat as well. So even in the United States, like in California, Texas, Arizona, some of the more states closer to the border of Mexico, there are celebrations taking place there as well. And of course, in other Spanish-speaking countries where the culture spreads, it goes there often as well. The reason I'm primarily making this video is because there's often misconceptions about Day of the Dead. Much like Cinco de Mayo, people think that that's Independence Day of Mexico. They'll say, isn't Day of the Dead basically like Halloween? And just, no, it's not at all like Halloween. In fact, it has absolutely nothing to do with Halloween. Even the origins are different. So what I thought I'd do is just give you a tiny bit of background information about or history about the Day of the Dead, and then tell you a little bit about how it's celebrated. So the Day of the Dead really is a culmination of maybe an event that has been taking place in Mexico for thousands of years. Civilizations that had been inhabiting what is now Mexico. It wasn't Mexico at the time, but like Mayans, and even before the Mayans, they were celebrating some version of the Day of the Dead, and what they were doing is really celebrating the life of people, because death, and it still is this way, death isn't really like the end. It's just a step to a different part of life. You're moving on to the afterlife, basically, what it is. So anyway, it was really this a certain way. It was celebrated a certain way for a really long time. But when the Spanish came over and started conquering all of the cultures that were living in Mexico, things changed a little bit, and the days changed a little bit. The process of the celebration changed a little bit, but the roots are still very much tied to the past. So the Day of the Dead is celebrated on November 1st and 2nd. November 1st is All Saints Day, and traditionally it's a day for remembering the deceased children or infants, for remembering those lives. And then the November 2nd is traditionally for remembering adults that have passed away. So the Day of the Dead is for remembrance. It's for remembering these people, honoring the people, and what's believed is that when these days happen, their spirits will come back and kind of rejoice or remember with you. They're there with you. Where these things happen? Well, sometimes people will make in their houses altars, like just a big, beautiful, flowery, colorful altars with items that represented these people's lives in their house. Just search, Google or whatever. I'm sure you can find some images of some altars. There'll be often food and drinks, and I've been told that one of the beliefs is that the spirits will come back and they'll be able to taste the food that's left for them on their altar. The day is also celebrated in cemeteries, where people will go and they'll make big decorations in the grave sites of their lost ones, and there'll be lots of lights and candles and just loads of people, and it's just really it's not really a day of sadness, of mourning. It's more of a day of celebration of the person's life, of honoring them. So if you're familiar with Halloween, obviously this has nothing to do with Halloween. Halloween's just, for fun. Let's either have a party or let's take our kids out and go get some candy. It's really nothing like Halloween, nothing like Day of the Dead at all. So that's kind of it. If you want to check out my video on Cinco de Mayo and what that really is and how that is not Independence Day in Mexico, go ahead and check that out. Otherwise, I think that's about it. Thanks for watching and enjoy your day.